For those of you who haven't seen the new map, it is possibly the simplest map that we have on offer. I don't know how long I can, how quickly can I black border it?
This is me, pop star.
You did not black border it in an hour. Wouldn't have been that far off though. I actually did deflation with soda. I got it to 92 without doing, you know, with a really stupid, like simple setup. Whereas I didn't get logs past 90, trying really hard. But because of this first loop, soda can hit the, if you wait for the leads to come around and then get to there, you can drop your swords and you get the other leads coming through. Hey Kizron, how you doing, man? Get my cup of tea. Remember that, hey, you've arrived. How you doing today? You've got to do something for your other job. Do you work 2 jobs, man? Or is this your weekend not-for-profit thing? Mini race leaderboard, look for the tab button, will segment players into smaller groups of 100 on a first come, first added basis when your first time is recorded. Ah. That means that almost makes me want to not put up a score until Sunday. That way all the people that are going to get fast times have already raced. But then, you know, how many of those people in that group are just going to look up on YouTube on how to get a good score? I don't care. They're not mini races. It's just a leaderboard. Like it's mini leaderboards to give people. I think it sounds like the theory is that when you have I don't know what, like 10,000 people race over the weekend, this gives people an opportunity to have a realistic chance of winning a race, right? Which I think is a good initiative. I think it's just bad design and bad execution all around. They're motivated to spend more cash, more monkey money though. No one's going to buy it. Like, maybe people will buy a race pass. I doubt it. But that's probably part of the driving factor, Pop Monkey. It is a money generating game. And that's okay. Like, you're allowed to... Businesses are allowed to develop their business. I'm totally fine with that. That's how we get new content. You need a way to get trophies, so if it helps in some way, you're okay with it. Yeah, so I think that's what it does, is it allows people a greater chance to get into the top 75%. Right? But it doesn't. That's how these how percentages work. They've put more trophies in the pool, so here's the thing. Anyone who gets in the top 75 is likely still to just only be in the top 75, or outside the 75 is likely to be outside the 75 in a bigger pool. That's how that's just how percentages work. Now, on a random situation, you might get a group of 100 people that are all outside the top 50, and so that'll shuffle everyone forward. You might also get a random pool of people that are all inside the top 50, so that'll pull some of those people back. Right? Except those people are only missing out on bonus trophies. Right? Because they were already in the top 50. So anyone that gets shuffled forward just gains some extra trophies, and anyone that was already getting trophies gets another little prize. But it doesn't really give anyone a much better chance of doing better in a pool.
Get ready. Mow him.
I truly think what would have been a better opportunity would have been to make another race out of those people, like a random race. Anyone who races, who completes a race, gets put in a pool with like 100 people, and those 100 people have their own race. They nerf Taxone, it can't break leads. Yeah, but it doesn't matter, you just alk it, right? Or you put an MIB near it or something. Yeah, most people will still be in the same percentage in a subset of the normal distribution. Because that's how it works, that's how percentages work. Right. If you take the numbers 1 to 100 and you pull out every 10th number to make a pool of 10, number 100 is always going to be last, and number 1 is always going to be first. That's how that works. But yeah, I think that would have been a thing. Just have some random race that pops up as well. If you ain't first, you're last. Good old Ricky Bobby's dad. Well, that's stupid. There's second and there's third. Yeah, I think having more races would have just been. I think if anything, that also would have promoted more money, like potentially more money spending, whether it be monkey bucks or people buying monkey bucks. Because if I'm in a group of 100 people in a randomly generated race where the chance of that going up on YouTube is low, or the chance of someone finding my randomly generated race on YouTube is lower, I'm going to spend more monkey money trying to do better. And if I'm a person that buys monkey money and I'm like, oh wow, I made it to 10, I want to practice more races, I'm going to buy a race pass. It does make me wonder about the placements, though. Like, what's a better way to do it? I honestly think, like, don't put random 100 people. I think separate people into groups, like have the top 100 go off against each other, and not based on your first complete time. They made it 4K cheaper though. Wow. So for crit, it's actually a buff. Have an MMR system for pools, something like that, yeah. There's so many ways to have competitive weekends of things for people that are serious about winning prizes and people that aren't. You know, if you were to put out, you know, even if you put out 3 pre-designed races and had stages of people that did better could go through, or tournaments or stuff, people that are serious about it will find the time to sit down and have their race section. People that just want to sit down for a 3-hour block and do the best they can, they just stick in the normal leaderboard, and the elongated components not for them, right?
Clean cuts and still cuts of tomato.
You know, if you keep an aggregate of people's best times, it stops people from tanking. You know, just to try and win a better prize in a lower pool. Especially since there's no badges associated with it. Like, a lot of people just want to get the badges. Also, I definitely think what this is going to do is, not for a lot of people, like not for the vast percentages, but for enough people. I think it's gonna, I don't know if they'll buy a second account. Like my son's got an account, he doesn't race on it. So if I really wanted to, I've got enough monkey money, so I don't care for the trophies. Like, I could practice and practice and practice on hits. Although the pool is based off your... That pool is your time, so you can practice on your own. But if they staged it based on your first time, you just play late in the weekend and get a really good first time. I don't know. Again, I like the fact that they're thinking about it. I just think it's... I think the decision they came to and the executions doesn't do what they want to achieve. I don't think it does what it gives people more trophies, so it's not a bad thing. But they could have just literally just buffed the number of trophies that everyone's getting. That's pretty much all they've done. Maybe that's the answer. Maybe I just need to make my own race, make my own TD with my own, man, 76, with races, and have it with inbuilt tournaments and stuff. I think I'm onto something.
Big, red, and spicy.
We'll call it Race TD. sounds stupid. I need a better name. I'm gonna make my own race. Blackjack, hookers. I forget the blackjack. And the races. Around the outside. Hey, Bonfire. Is this the viewer bracket? No, the viewer bracket's in June. If you have a, if there's a game you'd like to see to go in our tournament of games, we're having a viewer-based bracket in June. That is the only theme, is that it's viewer's choice. Now we're voting for April. This is April number 2. Also, you read the second game as In Moist. Nice. Oh, you submitted Bad North. Yeah, well, you won't be able to, but other people can.